Now from the University of Okoboji, it's Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee.
Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. I'm Jeff Thee, coming to you from our studios right here, historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park. I've got a guest here with me today from Okoboji High School. She's a senior. Her name is Gracie Fisher. And Gracie,
hi.
Welcome. Hey, thanks for coming into my studio and talking to me.
No problem.
We are talking about something that I know is very near, very dear to your heart. I know you enjoy the heck out of it, and it's No Boundries, okay?
Of course, yes.
Tell me, what is No Boundries, Gracie?
No Boundries is a program that Spencer and GTRA Community Schools District do.
Okay.
And it's just basically a program where we get to go out into the real world, use our skills like collaboration, communication, and like productivity and accountability. And we take these projects that these businesses that really like to want to see happen.
Right.
And the students actually get to basically help with these projects and make them come realistic for the businesses.
Yeah. Now, what are some of the projects either you've worked on or some of your classmates?
Some of the different projects that we have is Party on the Catio, which is I'm a part of, and then we have Adulting 101, which is coming up very soon. And then we also have another one, which is Fish Habitat. I can go more in depth. One of my favorite project is Adulting 101 right now, and that is actually coming up next Wednesday, and it's a full day activity for our seniors here at Okoboji Schools.
Okay.
And what we do is we get to send them out into the real world and do like businesses, so such as banking, insurance, realtor, and then also, of course, financial insurance.
Right.
And they get to basically go to these businesses and talk to them and say, hey, like, what do you do? Like, what do I need to do when I'm an adult? And it just gets them ready for like the real world. And basically all these students get to go to different appointments is what we call them. And they get 30-minute time slots with the businesses, and they can ask questions. They get to have a little worksheet, and they have to fill it out as they go.
Okay.
And then throughout, we have a middle day, which is about like an hour or so. And they're going to be here at the roof gardens. And basically they're going to have little booths. We're going to have booths. It's going to be CPR, which is a requirement for seniors.
Okay.
We get to do self-defense with our one and only Nate Dow.
Wow.
And then we also get to do, the Milford PD is involved with us, and they're going to do drunk goggles, which we got a grant this year from Minnesota. So they get to actually put like drunk goggles on and go through like a simulation of being drunk.
Oh, okay.
Which is super fun. I've tried them out. They're very hard.
Are things a little fuzzy and
blurry?
blurry?
Like you got to like try to open like a bottle cap, like you walk in a straight line. And then we also get to do luxury booths, which is going to have like a cell phone plan, like a pet parenthood, and like entertainment and all these fun stuff.
Well, it almost sounds a little bit like having a chance to job shadow.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit, and maybe you've got an interest in whether it's police work, whether it's banking, and you get to go in and ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
And when you hear the answers, maybe you're like, piques your interest, or I don't know if this would fit what I want to do with my life or not, but what a great opportunity for you guys.
And then another thing that we get to do at the roof gardens is bring back some old retired teachers and hope they're going to mentor, what we're going to call it, and they get to help the kids fill out packets. So like Sue Hilzeback is coming in, Connie Jones is coming in, Barry Toonhorse, and some other mentors are coming in. So it's fun. Like you get to interact with old like teachers.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a fun day.
Do you get a chance to interact with older teachers that are close to retiring any other time?
Yeah, not really. Sometimes you don't really, because you see them out and about here and there, but like you don't get to actually like physically talk with them or anything.
I was thinking of your mother that's close to retirement.
Oh yeah, I was telling her.
You interact with her, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, of course I do. I live with her. What do you mean?
Oh, well, how about partner meetings?
Partner meetings. So those are actually very fun, and you actually get to talk with your business partner. So you can we have a space, it's called our No Boundaries space. It's our old tech building.
Okay.
And basically in there we have like a little conference room, and then we have the workspace room. Usually sometimes we have them like in conference rooms, but if it's like a really big team, we can have them out in the workspace area.
Okay.
But what partner meetings is you get to work with your business. So it's a certain person. If it's a whole group of people, then they will come to this partner meeting, and you get to update them basically about like all the tasks you've done, or just update them and see like have questions. If you have questions, you can ask them always. Or, if you just want to show them what you have, like the progress, basically.
Right.
It's just like a whole progress meeting. And we have an agenda that we set up. So there's like a facilitator, note taker, Sometimes if we have like team meetings, it's just where we meet with our group and just have, you know, like talk about what needs to be done or like what's going wrong or what's going right, you know, or just like updating the whole team about it. Because it's kind of hard, you know, through Spencer and GTRA. It's kind of hard sometimes.
Right.
But a lot of the times we do Zoom calls with them. Because, you know, it's hard to, like, navigate, like, how many people can come to the space or, like, where it is, you know.
Right.
And it's very, like, productive. We're very productive in meetings. It's like an actual meeting. Like, if you're sitting down in a business meeting, it's like one of those meetings. And
it's like being a grown-up, isn't
it?
Yeah,
Literally. It's
exactly.
like being an actual grown-up. And it's very beneficial because it's, all these kids are, like, just kids.
Yeah.
But, like, when you experience, like, a team meeting and, like, partner meetings, it's like, okay, you actually have to be, like, you know, productive and, like, business attire.
Well, and, yeah, you're just kids, but like anybody else, you got talents, skills, and can go towards a project with which they want you to work on. So and you bring a lot of youth and you know, sometimes us older people look things with computer and creativity and so forth. And I can be as lost as anybody, Gracie. And you know, and having that youth and enthusiasm brings a lot to any business, brings a lot to the project.
Yeah, like one of the projects was update for the PRs, updating the website. And we have like a No Boundaries website coming up, and we're trying to, you know, like it's under construction, but we're trying to like update it, getting it like running.
Right.
So people can always look us up and like say, oh, keep updated. And usually that's like part of my project, which on PR team is getting that updated. But you never know if you go more in depth in something.
Right.
It's like I've never known like a website takes so much to like make and design.
Yes.
Until like I've actually looked into it and I'm like, it actually takes a lot.
Yeah, it does.
It's like curious. Like you get so curious about it. Like it's like web designing. It's like kind of like something like college based if you wanted to do web designing.
Right.
That's like something you like be like passionate about.
Yeah, I mean, look at the opportunities you get to dive in deeper.
Oh yeah.
And learn more, and how much that's going to propel you.
Yeah.
In the future. Is PR something you're kind of interested in?
Yeah. So PR and of course like Party on the Catio and like fish habitat. Like I'm into animals.
Okay.
So No Boundaries is passion based. It's like you get to pick your group based on your passion. And it's, you know, like everyone gets a shot at anything.
Right.
And it's not really like secluded or anything. It's not like a group like that you like, no, you get like refused from. It's open to anybody. And it just is based on passion and driving. So,
and have you found, in pursuing your passion, have you found more passion for it?
Oh,
this is something I really dig.
Yeah. Working with animals and stuff, that's always been my dream and stuff. And the funny thing is that we went to the Humane Society the other day, and we saw like the cat room is like what we're working on. It's like making a patio for the cats, basically. Yeah. So like, you know, they can like see the outdoors and like experience it.
Yeah, and not be, you know...
not be cooped up in like a kennel, you know.
Right.
And, you know, the funny thing is that the first thing I did was just went up and pet a cat.
Well, yeah.
You know, or like the cats were roaming and I just like pet a cat and, you know, and I was just like, this is what I want to do. Yeah. Just be around animals.
You just love to be around animals.
And like in a partner meeting, they had like a dog running loose and like she kept coming up to me all the time and I was just like starting to cry. I was like, animals, you know.
Well, you're lucky you know what you like.
I know. And you know, in No Boundaries, you find what you like. Yeah. It's passion.
What are some of the other projects that people are
some
working
of the other projects, there's a Calling All Pop Tabs that's basically the Ronald McDonald houses.
Yes.
And they're going to try to make them bigger and like help the community understand that like they're actually helping the whole community. Like the kid that is on that, it's a 7-year-old kid.
Wow.
That is running that project. And you know, he's so passion based about these Ronald McDonald houses and he wants others to understand that like it helps him.
Right.
And it's just so crazy that like all these partners like that are involved, they're so like my fish habitat partner, he's actually a bank person, but he's so passionate about diving and stuff. It's like fun to see all these partners like passions instead of just like what they actually do, you know.
Sure,
it's
we all got something a little underneath, don't we?
Of course, you know. Yeah, it's like interesting that like some of these people are like the Party on the Catio, like they're different jobs, but they come together and they're like on this board and they're like, I'm like passionate about it.
Yeah.
it's like interesting. I'm like, you never realize that until you actually see it yourself.
I bet it's very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Now, do businesses come to the school and say, "Hey, we have something we'd like to have kids," or just No Boundaries go out and talk to business?
So what the PR team is trying to do is basically advertise.
Okay.
So next year's pool, what we call like the pitch ideas is a pool. These businesses will say, "Oh my goodness, like No Boundaries. This is a cool like team.
Yeah.
We kind of want to be involved with it." So they'll come up with an idea, and then they'll just pitch it to us.
Yeah.
And then we have to basically, like run down like, okay, which like businesses, But like we're all open to every business.
Right.
If you have an idea, we'll try to do something with it. We'll work with it. It's
a lot
not
of
that
talent,
hard, no.
a big talent pool to pull from.
Yeah.
With all the...
We have there's so many kids involved with No Boundaries, it's incredible.
Yeah.
And, it's hard to believe that, like, all these kids are very passionate based and they want to, like, do something,
Yeah.
And it's really good on your college resume that you've been a part of this, And it's basically just fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. Like, you have fun with, like, all your facilitators. You have fun with, like, all the kids. Like, and just, like, your group in general. And you just learn so much about people.
I bet you learn a lot about the community as well.
Oh, yeah. I learned that the community is very tight.
Yeah.
It's not very, it's not open as like New York City. Like, that's huge.
Yes.
And, but, like, we're a tight-knit community. Like, Spencer, GTRA is, like, very tight together.
And when you think of all the communities just in the Iowa Great Lakes, from your Milford to your Arnold's Park to your Okoboji to Spirit Lake, I could go on and on.
Yeah.
And yet we're one community.
Oh, yeah.
And that's pretty special.
And it's, like, it's kind of interesting to see, like, with news, like, articles and stuff, it's so interesting to see how many people, like, read the news and, like, are so, committed about it.
Yeah.
Like, one of my dear friends, Joe Hillsaback, he got in an accident.
Okay.
And, he survived it. He did the unthinkable and survived it.
Right.
And, it was so interesting to see the community come together, especially the Okoboji Community School District, to come together and help this family out.
Yeah.
Because, she's been a teacher for so many years. And, now she's retired. And, like, some schools, they forget about retired teachers.
Right.
But it's so interesting to see that. Like, they came together and there's like, you know what, we're going to support this family.
Yeah.
And he's doing a lot better. And, like, he has support on his back.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, it's another accident. It's like, no, it's like an actual family thing. Like, the whole community is like a whole family. It's so interesting to see.
That being involved with that and that support means a lot to you, doesn't it? Yeah.
It means a lot to, like, his friends and family. Like, that, this whole community is just right behind his back.
Yeah.
But it's, with No Boundaries and stuff, like, all these businesses want to support these kids, too.
Yeah.
And it's so, like, interesting that, like, these businesses are, like, big people.
Yeah.
But they want to support students like me.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to see that.
I think it's aptly named because there's no boundaries in the, of what you can explore and do. Mm-hmm. And there's also no boundaries from the community of inviting you in. So it really opens up the world for you, and it opens up the world for them too.
Yeah, and it's not just a school district.
Yeah.
Just a school district. It's like the school district has, like, the community behind them.
Yeah.
And it's, like, we've seen, like, fundraisers happen with, like, different businesses and stuff. Like, that kind of, like, involves the community. Like, a lot of schools do that. But, like, I feel like No Boundaries kind of, like, opens it more.
Yeah. And
it, like, branches out to more businesses. Because it's not just your business partner. You can reach out to other people to help you with this, like, project,
Yeah.
Like, in Adulting 101, we reached out to the Milford PD. They had no idea that this was happening until we reached out.
Right.
Or, I tried reaching out to some auto dealerships the other day, and they were so happy to be involved with it.
Yeah.
Because they understood that, like, this is important.
Yep.
And it's something to be taught.
Yes, exactly.
They can't, some people, they can sit around and just, they're like, it's not important. But a lot of people in this community are like, yeah, this is important.
Yeah.
To, like, a student.
I can see you when, through college and everything, and you're working with animals. I think this probably speaks the same for a lot of your classmates, your colleagues in No Boundaries, that I want to be involved in my community too. Mm-hmm. There's a lot out there to volunteer and do and help with. And
I know one of my old friends that used to do No Boundaries, he volunteered a lot. And, like, he got out of his comfort zone with No Boundaries. But now he, like, volunteers to do stuff. He, like, is out and about. And, like, wow, like he's a whole different person.
Yeah, everybody can be useful.
Oh, yeah.
We all have talents and abilities that we may seem small to us, but can be huge to somebody else. So how do you complete a project?
So how you complete a project is it's a whole school year worth, whole semester worth. It's like 2 semesters worth. It's a lot of credits.
Right.
You can get credits out of it. It's everything. How you complete it is you do little mini tasks to make this whole big project.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a step-by-step process, basically. Like the first step was, meeting with the business, talking about what the project is, you know, going over that stuff. Right now, all of our projects are basically in the working process. So we're all creating these little mini tasks to do to make this project work out. Because, you know, we want to make it look professional.
Sure.
We want to make, you know, the business proud. We want to make sure, like, the business knows that, we're like a real deal thing.
Right.
And, you know, we try to, like, work efficiently and productively, you know. And sometimes, you know, if you're having a bad day, it's understandable. You know, you just have a bad day. You can take some time and stuff. Yeah, of course, everybody does. And, you know, if you have a bad day, you can take some time. It's not, you know, it'll be back here tomorrow, you know. But, you know, it's not like kind of like a school-based. It's on your own time based. It's like if you have a bad day, you can just walk it off for now, and then it'll be back here and pick it up tomorrow. You know, and everybody does that.
Sure, absolutely.
But you know, with a lot of the partners, it's basically productivity and accountability. You have to, like, you know, work on the project. You can't just leave it for like a certain amount of week and then come back, you know, in a partner meeting.
No procrastinating here.
No, definitely not.
Yes.
Or like, you know, you can like you can't come back to a partner meeting and go like, I have nothing. You can't just like leave the partner hanging. You gotta get stuff done. But it's really fun. I really enjoy it because it helps with productivity and accountability, especially like in real world businesses. Like you need that.
That's very useful.
A very good skill.
Out in the adult world. Believe me.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And in the student world as well, no doubt about that.
And it's very fun. You have little mini tasks. You can connect with your group a lot, and like it's, you know, you go out into the community. And see different things.
You just keep checking off the things to do and things done. And
we have a Trello board, which is what we call it. A lot of the kids don't like it, but I enjoy it because it helps me keep up to date with tasks. You know, and it's like you can assign people to it. You can have like, you know, what needs to be done, what is done, what's in the process. You know. We have like backlogs, which is like what needs to be done. We have sprints, which is what is in process right now. And then we have done, of course, which is done. And right now we're all like, we have like a whole list of sprints that, you know, sometimes needs to be done. And it's like during team meetings, you're like, okay, is this done? You know, is this done? Or what can we show to the partner? And it's very interesting because, you know, a lot of the times you don't really realize that like it's really important to get stuff done. Especially because like it's on your own time and like you don't have someone on your back 24/7 to get it done. It's interesting.
It's a little about self accountability. So do you have an ultimate deadline?
The ultimate deadline is by the end of the school. Or whenever you get it done.
If you get it done prior, it's
just how fast you move in the project. You don't want to move too fast, you know, get it done like next day. But you know, it can take months. And like if by the end of the school year, if like the team has done what you need to do, but there's more to be done, then the business will take it over and like finish the project. But we'll give credit, which is really fun because I've seen, you know, the Humane Society just opened up like a meet and greet room that the No Boundaries team last year did. And you know,
and is that to meet a
pet,
puppy or a kitty? Or,
of course. Like, you know, like you get to meet the puppy there, like you get to play with the puppy and see like if he's the right fit. And the No Boundaries room did that. No Boundaries did that, and it's so incredible because, you know, they came up with like cement pricing, they came up with furniture pricing, they came up with everything.
Really learned all.
And
the
like
building blocks of these things.
And like they had a budget, I've heard, and they had to like stay in budget and everything. You learn about budgeting.
And that's the real world. Yeah, it is. Well, wonderful. How long have you been involved in No Boundaries?
I've only been involved in 1 year. I should have done it last year.
Because I think, when do they, like junior high, can you get started in No Boundaries? Or?
So they have middle school No Boundaries for 7th and 8th graders. And then they just opened it up to juniors and seniors this year. So, you know, it was originally in the high school, it's going to be just a senior thing. But then they opened it up because they realized that this is an important
Right.
thing. And I'm hoping in the future, they open it up to everybody, including freshmen.
Well,
But
it's clear
fun.
you've gotten a great deal out of it. And, and when you say, I wish I could have done it earlier, and so...
I feel a lot of people that only do it 1 year. They're like, oh, I wish I'd done it, my junior year.
Well, it's a good send-off for your senior year to go out in the world after having done this, so you're very fortunate.
Oh, yeah. I'm, hoping a lot of schools, take note and go, hey, we need this in our school.
Now, if parents are watching or someone's in school and they don't know about No Boundaries, what's the best way to get involved or ask about it?
The best way to get involved about it is either look up on our website when it's open, and then also keeping up to date with us. We have Facebook pages, we have Instagram pages, and all that. I would keep up to date.
Okay.
Or, if someone's in No Boundaries, just go up and talk to them.
Okay.
Or always ask our facilitator, Aaron Ferricks at Okoboji Schools. Or you can always ask Alex, he works with Spencer. Okay. And then Chris also works with GTRA. Very good. If you're in both of those areas, just talk to them. And they will explain the whole shebang about it.
Okay, well, the shebang is what we're after.
They have a whole paragraph ready for you.
Okay, wonderful. Gracie, I thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here with me.
It's a pleasure to be here.
You taught me a lot about No Boundaries I didn't know, so that's why we sit and chat.
Of course,
Exactly.
PR team's always out and about trying to advertise. I just did a KUO interview the other day, and it was super fun.
Yeah.
Everybody was all about No Boundaries, too. All my friends were asking, what's No Boundaries,
Yeah.
And I had a whole speech. I was like, got a whole speech.
But isn't that cool? You've had something that you've enjoyed and enthused about, and then to have classmates and younger classmen, ask you about it.
You don't really
and
find
they're going to get something out of it too.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
You don't really find that around a lot of school districts, but it's really fun.
Very good.
It's very fun.
Fantastic. Gracie, I thank you for being here with me. Gracie Fisher again here, Okoboji High School Senior, involved with No Boundaries, everybody. We want to thank her for taking time with us. And as always, we thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast.
Okoboji Broadcast from the studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park is brought to you in part by the Scott Troutman State Farm Agency in Spirit Lake, Quest Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, advisor Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz. The headquarters of the University of Okoboji is at the Three Sons, open Monday through Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 4. Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner. Ruthven Locker at the Lake, where carnivores are welcome on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji.